racism, the Masons, the Boule. That's a confusion of your own face. You brought it upon yourself. Read it again.
It says, do they provoke me to anger, saith the Lord? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own face?
You provoke yourself to the confusion of your own faces, you fool. Go ahead.
Verse 20, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, mine anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this place, upon men and upon beasts and upon the trees of the field and upon the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn and shall not be quenched.
In other words, that's the missiles the Most High going to use the missiles to destroy your ass. You know, you got something? All right, go ahead.
This is on a website called The Truth About the Black Boule Society. It says, the house of Snickers sold their soul to the devil. Let me bring this down. Just bear with me a little bit.
Hey, while he's getting it, as Leland Gunt would say, oh, we're having fun now.
It says, about the Boule, collectively, all 4,000 plus members, it says, collectively, all 4,000 plus members make up the wealthiest group of black men on the planet. And to think, none are working in the interests of African people, which they're going off there, but rather, it's really talking about Israelite.
Yeah, because Denzel and Oprah and them, they didn't go down to Haiti, man, when that earthquake hit. Right. So, fuck them niggas, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, but rather gets a kick out of holding Whitey's penis as he pisses on people of color. Even Hank Aaron is in the Boule. Let me scroll.
Oh, Hank Aaron was a known time. He was a super time.
They hold regional conferences every year and a national conference every 2 years, each May. As a mandatory ritual, each member must read the Boule history book from front to cover. So we know that each member has read pages 28 and 38 and know of the basis of their organization and its false acceptance of the Greeks being the founders of civilization. What was interesting about the LA Times article was the association of the Boule with Skull and Bones. Like Yale's Skull and Bones secret society, to which then President George Bush belongs, the Boule has been criticized by some as a social anachronism and has challenged members to change its image. The 1990 incoming Boule president, Dr. Benjamin Major, said he was aware of charges that the group is more interested in socializing and congratulating itself on its wealth and success exclusively rather than making a substantial contribution to the rest of black America. He said, we don't want to appear as if we were the remaining above the problem of most black people. We know we didn't get here solely by the dint of our own hard work. We owe a lot of people. And we have to give back to our brothers and sisters. The key thing he said is that he said they owe a lot of people and made this separate from the having to give back to our brothers and sisters. Who do they owe for their success? It's who they advise, the king.
It's good. You got something, Mark?
Yeah, to add to what Elder Ramla read, I have another piece of information here. This is from, it's called Sigma Pi Phi Fraternity, which is the name of the fraternity of the Black Boule. It says the name Boule is a Greek term meaning advisors to the king. The question is, who's the king? The king that they advise or protect are the white secret societies responsible for white supremacy. The first white Greek fraternity, Phi Beta Kappa, the Illuminati, Rhodes, Rothschild, Secret Society, Skull and Bones, the Masons, the Round Table Group, the New World Order, One World Government, the Carnegie Mellon, Rhodes, Milner's Kindergarten, the Rhodes Crown, Times Crown, All Souls Group, Clevedine Sect, and numerous other wealthy family organizations, all are simply alias and go by many names but consist of the same members and ideology. These white beasts have raped, murdered, and colonized our people for hundreds of years, and their children continue the genocide against people of color and around the globe. And you notice, like we've been bringing out, that these Boule members, like this guy Bill Cosby and the like, they don't speak out against this stuff. You know, the murder and rape and robbery that the so-called white men have done against our people. Now, reading on, it says, who is the Boule? They are the so-called talented 10th. The so-called talented 10th. Du Bois, which that's W.E. Du Bois, which, by the way, is a goddamn homosexual. He's a flaming homosexual. Du Bois is famous for speaking of it. It must be also be noted that Du Bois, boy, Locke, was a faggot. Du Bois was also perceived to have homosexual tendencies. They are the mutation of a white man that seeks to represent something he is not, Greek. They are prominent blacks white America gave to us. Collectively, all 5,000 plus members and 112 chapters throughout the United States and the West Indies, making up the wealthiest group of black men on the planet. And to think none are working in the interests of black people, but rather gets a kick out of holding Whitey's penis as he pisses on people of color. Reading on, it says, as of 1994, which were, 2011, there were 101 chapters in the world. Yes, the Boule is in your town. Anywhere there are professional blacks, the Boule coagulates. The amount of these men's wealth, including strong political and economic connections, strong enough to assist in killing Malcolm X and fellow Boule member Martin Luther King, cannot be matched by any other blacks anywhere in the world.
Yeah, so, the truth is coming out on you niggas, man. Now, what did we just... Okay, we finished that, right? Now let's go from there to Jeremiah, the 16th chapter, the 8th verse to the 15th verse.
Jeremiah 16, verse 8. It says, Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, Behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, Wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power? Then shalt thou say unto them, Because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served
the churches, Islam, Masons, go ahead. This society, go ahead.
And have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me.
Part of the things that you served was Esau. You made Esau into a god. Go ahead.
And have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. And you have done worse than your fathers, for behold, you walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land, which into a land that you know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall you serve other gods.
That's America. Go ahead.
Day and night.
And these other nations round about that you was Canada and the islands and so forth, and London, but the main place is America. Go ahead.
Day and night, where I will not show you favor. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of the north, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of... I'm sorry, let me read that again. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land, and that I gave unto their fathers.
And that's the land of Israel. And if you notice, it keeps saying them, which is talking about or referring to Israel, right? Them this, then I will bring them up out of the land. Now you notice, ain't no other nations mentioning that, man. So for these idiots that's going around, using Deuteronomy, the 23rd chapter and the 7th verse, which we broke down correctly what it really means. That was the only leg you had to stand on, man. Like I said, as soon as you clowns come back on YouTube, we're going to creep on your daggone sites, and we're gonna shoot them sharp daggers at you, which is them scriptures, man. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
All right, that was it. Now let's go from there to Isaiah, the 1st chapter, the 29th verse to the 31st verse.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 29. For they shall be ashamed of the